Namaste all of you. Welcome back to another session of Science at Your Tips. In the previous session we were discussing this lesson force and laws of motion, its blue box questions, example problems and all. Let us start with the exercise questions and also their answers. So here we have the first question. An object experiences a net zero external unbalanced force. Is it possible for the object to be traveling with a non-zero velocity? If yes, state the condition that must be placed on the magnitude and direction of the velocity. If no, provide a reason. So here in this question it is clear that object is experiencing a net zero external unbalanced force. So we can say that object can travel in a straight line with a constant velocity if the force exerted to move the object is exactly equal to the frictional force. This frictional force is between ground and the object, so that net force on the object is zero. When the frictional force is becoming equal to the force which is exerted to move the object, then what happens? The object will have a net. Means it is going to move with a non-zero velocity. Then coming to second question, when a carpet is beaten with a stick, then what happens here? Dust will come out of it. So what will happen here? Whenever we are beating the carpet, first of all, here we are using the force with the stick onto the carpet. So carpet will come from the state of rest to state of motion. But dust particles whatever are there, they are unable to come because of their inertia of rest. They want to be in the state of rest only instead of coming into state of motion. So that is why what will happen? They are going to remain in the rest and fall down whenever we are hitting them with a stick. This is with the effect of gravity, they are going to fall down. Okay. Next, third question. Why is it advised to tie any luggage kept on the roof of a bus with a rope? Why we have to tie it with the rope? Because what happens here, whenever you are traveling in a bus, your luggage will be tied on the roof of the bus. If you are not tying it properly, or if you are not tying it up, what happens here? The luggage which is kept on the roof will possess some inertia. So whenever the bus will move, or it is taking a turn, or it is stopping suddenly, what is happening? The luggage may fall off. Whenever the bus is moving from rest to state of motion, it is coming, luggage may fall back. Or whenever the bus is coming from state of motion to state of rest, luggage may fall front side, forward. Otherwise, whenever bus is taking some turns, bus is taking right side turn, this luggage may fall left. Like that, because of these all things, inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction, because of these all reasons, luggage may fall down. That is why we have to tie it with a rope so that it cannot fall down. Then, coming to fourth question. A batsman hits a cricket ball which then rolls on a level ground. After covering a short distance, the ball comes to rest. The ball shows to a stop because, here options are given. Batsman did not hit the ball hard enough. Velocity is proportional to the force exerted on the ball. There is a force on the ball opposing the motion. There is no unbalanced force on the ball. So the ball would want to come to rest. So in these all options, if you observe, we have compulsory a force on the ball which is opposing the motion. That is a force exerted by the ground. That is frictional force. Already they have given, it is rolling on the level ground. So after rolling for some time, then what happens? Because of frictional force, which is a force exerted on the ball, which is opposing the motion of the ball, because of that it is going to stop. So that is why we can select this option C. Then coming to fifth question. Here in this fifth question you can see it is given that a truck starts from rest and rolls on down a hill with a constant acceleration. It travels a distance of 400 meters in 20 seconds. Find its acceleration and find the force acting on it if its mass is 7 tons. Let us find out what is the answer for this. Here from this question it is clear that mass of this object, what is that object here given? Truck. So mass of this truck is given as 7 tons. Mass of the truck is given as 7 tons. So first of all we have to convert this into kilograms. We are going to write this as 7,000 kilograms. 7 tons means nothing but 7,000 kilograms. 7 quintals, 700 kgs. So as tons are given here, we can write 7,000 kilograms. And initial velocity. What is the initial velocity of the truck? They have given in the question that truck starts from the rest. So that is what we can write u value as 0. Then what is the distance covered by this bus? What is the distance covered by the truck? S value we are going to write here, that is 400 meters. Then time is given here. What is the time? Time is given in seconds, 20 seconds. Then we are going to find out what is the acceleration. Here we have to see what is that final velocity also. Otherwise we have one more equation also, our second equation, second kinematic equation, that is S is equal to ut plus half at square. From that also we can find out what is the acceleration value. So we are going to use that. Here we have the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. As S value is given here, T value given, U value given, then from these all we can find out A value. Because anyway here in this formula we have S, U, T, A. 4 are there. In that 4, 3 already we have values, 1 we are going to find out. So let us find out that S value. We know already that it is given in our question 400 equal to U value 0 into T value 20 plus half into A value. What is given? It is not given. We have to find out. Then T square. What is T? 20. So I am writing here 20 into 20. Okay. Now here you see anyway this is becoming 0. So what we can write here? 400 is equal to half into A into 20 into 20. So we can cancel this 20. We are going to get 10. So what we can write here? 20 into 10. 200 into A equal to 400. A equal to what here? 400. 400 divided by 200. 400 divided by 200. Just observe what we have done. 400 equal to half into A into 20 into 20. With 2 we have cancelled this 20. We are getting 10. 10 into 20 we are getting 200. 200 A is equal to 400. So A is equal to what here? 400 by 200. We are going to get the value as 2 meters per second square. Units are very important here. If you are writing 2 meters per second, half mark gone. So that's why don't write wrong units here. Acceleration we are going to write meters per second square. Then after that we have to find out what is a force. So to find out force, what we need? We have the formula F is equal to ma. F equal to ma. From this already we have m value. In the question itself they have given it is 7 tons. So we can write this as 7,000 kilograms into value of A we got here already, that is 2. So what we are going to get here? 14,000. 7 into 2, 14, and 3 zeros we have 14,000 newtons. 14,000 newtons is answer for our fifth question. The truck is having the force which is acting on it whenever its mass is 7,000 kilograms and it is having the initial velocity 0. and it is covering the distance of 400 meters in 20 seconds. Okay, so we got the answer as 14,000 newtons. Let us see this next question, sixth question. In this sixth question, it is given that a stone of mass 1 kg is thrown with a velocity of 20 meters per second across the frozen surface of a lake and comes to rest after traveling a distance of 50 meters. What is the force of friction between stone and the ice? So here in the question, they have given mass, initial velocity, final velocity, distance traveled, and they are asking us acceleration and also force of friction. Okay, so we are going to find out acceleration first. After that, we'll find out force. Let us see the solution for this question. So here in this question, it is clear that mass of the stone is given here as 1 kilogram. Then initial velocity is given here 20 meters per second. 20 meters per second. Final velocity. What is the final velocity? It is coming to rest. Just observe there, they have given after traveling across a frozen surface of a lake and comes to rest. So rest means we can take final velocity as 0. Then distance also is given here, S value. S value is given here as 50 meters. 50 meters. Then after that, here we have to find out. What we have to find out? Acceleration. How we can find out here? U value, V value, S value are given. Anyway, we are not going to consider this mass. From these only we have to find out our acceleration. If you are having time, we can find out very easily V minus U by T. But time is not given. So what to do here? We are going to use our third equation which is there in our kinematics, which we have learnt already in our motion lesson. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. In this, we have 4 terms. V, U, A, S. Already 3 are given here. U, V, S. So every time we have to check what are the terms given for us, what we have to find out. What is the relation between the term which we have to find out and what are the given terms. Based on that only we have to find out first of all which equation we have to use. If time is given, we may be using A is equal to V minus U by T. But time is not given. So what to do here? We'll find out the A value by using V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So here we can write A value is equal to V square minus U square by 2S. That formula only we have written in another form. So here V square, what is V square? 0 square. 0 into 0 anyway 0 only, minus 20 square. 20 square divided by 2 into 50. 20 square divided by 2 into 50. So what we are going to get here? 20 square means nothing but 400 square. 400 we are going to get here. And that too here we have minus sign, divided by 2 into 50 means we can write here as 100. 2 into 50 is nothing but 100. So minus 400 by 100. What we are going to get here? Minus 4 meters per second square. Minus 4 meters per second square. Then after finding out this, the question is not completed here. We have to find out force also now. So force exerted. What is the force of friction between stone and the ice? That we have to find out. So force exerted, F is equal to, what is the formula we have? MA. What is M here? 1. What is A here? Minus 4. So what we are going to get here? Minus 4 newtons. Why we got this value in minus? There also we have to give the reason. Why we are getting this in the minus form here? Because it is in the opposite direction of motion. That is why we are writing in minus form. Okay. The remaining questions we are going to discuss in our next sessions. Just wait for the next session, children. Up to here you learn. Along with that, some extra questions also you try to learn.